Hello, everybody. We're going to be starting the net here in less than a minute. So, uh, whoever is on already and whoever is to come on later and watch this, I'd like to welcome you. Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday night net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This net meets regularly on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on this frequency of 146.970 with a PL tone of 162.2. My name is Wes and my call sign is AE0OC. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have emergency traffic? Please call now. Hearing none, I'll move on to announcements of interest to amateur radio. I will be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The annual OARS picnic will be Saturday, August 13th at 5 p.m. at Crosby Park in Aurora, behind Sonic. Bob will be there around 3, so if anyone would like to come to help set up or just keep him company, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. You do need to bring your own table service. I'm going to say this again. Bring your own eating utensils. This is a potluck, so please bring a side dish. Our monthly meeting will be held at the picnic. More to follow. On September 2nd and 3rd, the OARS Club will be setting up a special event station at the Billings Fair. We are still in need of operators for this event. Contact Bob, KA0RM, to sign up. I know he said he needed more for Friday night especially. Starting again in September, the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society will meet on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come at 6 to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting will be at Happy House, or the next meeting at Happy House will be Saturday, September 10th. Is there anyone monitoring who has other announcements of interest to amateur radio? Please call now. All right, not hearing any. Before we kick things off with check-ins tonight, I was going to let everyone know that's listening that Gene Adcock, WB0RSZ, who was a former OARS member, watched last week's live stream and wanted to say hello to everyone. And he's now living in Round Rock, Texas. So, Gene, hope you're on there tonight watching, and if so, big hello from everyone at OARS. This is AE0OC. I will now start taking check-ins, 2 or 3 at a time. Are there any short-time, low-power, or mobile check-ins? Please give your call both phonetically and in the regular way. Your name and location, short-time, low-power, or mobile check-ins, please call now.
W0ZAC, Whiskey 0, Zulu Alpha Charlie. This is Zach in Mount Vernon.
November 0, Kilo Tango Mike, N0 KTM. This is Kevin in East Springfield.
All right, I got two of you there. I got Zach and Kevin. We'll start out with Zach. How are you today, Zach? And what have you been up to?
Well, hello, Wes, and everyone else on the net. Good to hear from you today, Wes. Thanks for running the net. Not much to report here. It's been a pretty busy week since we last talked. Got a lot going on. Hence the need for me to be short time tonight. I'm in the middle of fixing the kitchen sink. It's leaking all over, so I better get back to that. Sounding great, Wes. Thanks for running the net. Back to you, W0ZAC.
Well, thank you, Zach, for checking in and taking time out of your plumbing duties there. We appreciate it very much. And I'll say 73 to you and move on down to Kevin in 0 KTM. How are you tonight, Kevin, and what do you have for the net?
Well, I'm doing a little bit better tonight. Looks like I figured out what my audio problem was from Sunday night. Looks like I cranked my little homemade attenuator down just a little bit too far, and it was completely cutting off the audio going into my video here. So anyway, got that figured out, and just been kind of hanging out, working on things around the house, just doing this and that, and trying to stay cool. That's for sure. It's pretty warm up there. 104 here in Springfield today. Didn't really feel like that at 4:30 or whatever it was when I went out to get the mail, but that's what they were saying anyway. So looking forward to some rain here coming up shortly towards the end of the week. Got to run around, do some errands tomorrow, and I think that's about it for me. Not too much else going on around here. So I will turn it back to 0 OC West Net Control. This is N0 KTM.
Kevin, thank you for checking in tonight. Boy, I understand the audio issues, chasing them around. Seems to be a never-ending story in my life, but I think I'm starting to get things kind of worked out. And I even went so far as I ordered a cough button so that when I have to cough during the live stream, I can push that and mute my microphone. So looking forward to getting that in and not blaring in everybody's eardrums when I have to cough. So but just one more thing, and there's always something else coming up after it. But thanks for the check-in, and we're down at the bottom of the list. I wanted to say that Christopher, KE0 UPY, checked in via the live stream and said he's not able to get to the radio right now, but he wanted to say hello to everyone. So move on down, and do we have any more check-ins for the OARS net?
KB0OU.
Kilo Alpha 0, Romeo Mike, K0RM.
K0SQS, Kilo 0 Sierra, Quebec Sierra, Harold Monette.
November 0, Mike Lima Papa, N0 MLP, Marvin in Greenfield.
All right, let's go to KB0OU. Looks like it's John out of Exeter. Is that correct?
Yeah, good evening, Wes, and everybody else on the net. A0OC, this is KB0OU, John. I'm a half mile north of the great city of Exeter here in southwest Missouri, and it's 105 degrees outside, so I think I'll stay on the cool side.
Yeah, it's definitely a warm one. I did see earlier today that they were showing like about a 30% chance of possibly some showers tonight. That would be awesome if so.
Yeah, the next few days we've got a pretty good chance of getting some liquid sunshine. That would be nice. My yard is mostly crunchy.
Yeah, so is mine. It's really, really dry here, that's for sure. I'm kind of jealous of the people up north, between about halfway to Kansas City and plumb up to the Iowa line that's been getting just like a train wreck of showers coming through there and storms and what have you. They've really been getting some nice needed rain, I'm sure. So, did you have something else for the net tonight?
That's about all I've got to say tonight. I do have my other rig tuned up on 144.250.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're on the sideband net, is that correct?
Well, hopefully I will be here in a little bit.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a sideband radio. I'd love to join you guys if I did, but I'm not set up for that yet. So we'll move on down to KA0RM. Go ahead, Bob. What do you have for the net tonight?
Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike. Bob here in Aurora there. Hello, John. Hello, Marvin. We had 103 here in Aurora. Probably a couple more than that, the way Sean always talks here. Mine's in the shade, but it's pretty warm, that's for sure. And, yeah, we got at 8 o'clock the sideband net on 144.250, W0RT in Parsons. Rick will call that. Last week, why, it was a train wreck. The band was terrible. I mean, terrible. Hopefully it's a lot better tonight, but I wouldn't bet on it being as hot as it is, too, there. So, Wes mentioned the picnic coming up the 13th in Crosby Park here in Aurora. We've got 40 plus so far signed up for that, and I think a few more coming too that by the word of mouth there, the way they're talking anyway. So hopefully Marvin, you guys up there, and John, you down in Exeter, like I told you the other night, why hopefully see you up here. I got to get out of bed early in the morning about 4:30 and go to Iowa and be back by dark probably. And also, I don't know if any of you heard it or not there, but last evening or this afternoon, sometime St. Louis got 6 inches of rain. 6 inches. They're showing it down there on the news, you know, it just flooded all over. It's hard to believe. And I went to Doctor Monday in Springfield and got over here by Marionville there. They're on one of them side roads there before I get to the 60. And there was potholes up there. It was full of water, and we didn't get a drop here in Aurora. So that's the way that is. So that's about it there. I'll catch you later. Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike.
Well, thank you, Bob. Appreciate you checking in tonight. And I sure wish we had gotten 6 inches of rain over a period of about a week. That would be nice, that's for sure. So, all right, well, let's move on down. And next up, we got Harold. Go ahead, Harold.
Yeah, good evening, Wes. The rest of the net, K0SQS. We don't need 6 inches of rain in 4 hours like they had up in St. Louis, but yeah, you're right. Spread over a week, it'd be much needed. That much rain coming this quick, or that quick on the dry ground, and I suspect it would all run off. Wouldn't do much good at all. Anyway, hot here in Monette, just like every place else. I understand about the crunchy grass. I'm going to clip the tops of my weeds Friday, hopefully in between the raindrops. It's supposed to be a high of 80 on Friday, so I haven't mowed for almost a month. And It is looking a little ragged, so I thought I'd clean it up a little bit. Anyway, nothing else going on. Back to you, Wes. Thanks for running the net. K0SQS.
Yeah, I'm afraid that if I mowed my yard out there, that it would cause a dust tornado. It's just dry as a bone. But the goats do a pretty good job of keeping it mowed down anyway, though. So, in any case, appreciate you checking in tonight, Harold. And we'll move on down. Oh, by the way, also, you were the only one that Gene Adcock said that he recognized on the net last week. So he wanted to definitely tell you hello.
Well, I appreciate that. Gene and his dad, Carl Adcock, were longtime members of the club. I suspect if I went back and looked at the initial club registration or membership list, that Carl was one of the first members. Anyway, it was good to hear from him. So, back to you, K0SQS.
All right, thank you, Harold. Let's move on down to Marvin in 0MLP. How are you tonight, Marvin, and what do you have for the net?
Good evening, everyone. Doing pretty good tonight. Just trying to stay cool as much as possible. Trying to figure out, I think I'm going to try to build a 2-meter Yagi or something so I can try to receive the repeater better. I got quite a bit of static on there, but I'm able to make mostly everybody out, so that's a good thing. But other than that, just getting real excited for the picnic and getting everything planned out for that. Otherwise, that's about it for me.
Yeah, a beam would definitely help from where you're at, but in a month or two, I don't think you're going to have any trouble once it's up on that higher tower, and it'll be, a good 5 miles or better closer to you. Maybe even 10. I'm not sure exactly where the exact location is right now, but it'll definitely be closer and higher up, and it'll also have a higher wattage. So all three things combined, it should be no problem for you to hear it then.
Yeah, and then I would get a tower put up here, get the antenna a little higher will help, but I'm still debating on building a Yagi. That way I can get on some sideband stuff and start playing around with some of that.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be nice. So, well, I appreciate you checking in tonight, and I'm going to say 73 to you, and we're going to move on down. We have a net logger check-in, KE0MAD. Sean, what are you up to tonight, and what do you have for the net?
Yes, Kilo Echo Zero, Mike, Alpha Delta. Not much on this end. He just had a lot of check-ins, so I figured I'd go that way instead of just jumping in there. Anyway, thanks for doing the net. Hopefully we can break the record today. A0C, KE0MAD.
Yeah, it's hard to say. We might. We've got a good start on it anyway. But I was going to tell you, you've got that same noise coming in on your transmission like we were having, was it last night, I think it was, from that other repeater. So you're triggering it, obviously.
Here, we'll lower the power output. I could see it on the scope that the other repeater's coming up, so here I'm down to 5 watts. Maybe that'll knock it out. KE0MAD.
Yep, that one was clear, but I heard it on my tail last time too, so I was hitting it. But I can't go below 5, or I can't go below 10 watts, so it won't do any good to try to go any lower. All right, well, we appreciate it, Sean. Thank you for checking in, and we say 73 to you. And do we have any further check-ins for the OARS net tonight?
Kilo Echo Zero, Whiskey Romeo Uniform, Robert in Golden City. KA0SPM.
Quick comment. Bob up there in Golden, turn your tone on. K0MAD.
All right, we'll give Bob a chance to get his tone squelch set up there, and we'll start out with Steve, KA0SPM. How are you tonight, Steve?
I'm doing okay, and a little bit toasty. Voice is really cracking up today, so I'm going to keep it short. I helped out Tom, KC0 NSC this evening. He just got a new FT450 new to him, so it sounds like he's going to be on the air on 10 when we get there. So, kind of a fun day. We'll go back to you, Wes, KA0SPM.
All right, well, thank you, Steve. I don't know if you've been able to hear any of the warbly sound on our signals, but what that is the Kansas City repeater does not have a PL tone, and it's the same frequency as this. So we're hitting it and then getting a double signal back to all the radios that it can hear it, and it really makes for a weird sound, that's for sure.
Whiskey Delta Zero, Fox Tango Mike.
Not actually hearing that, Wes, so pretty good. Different, I guess, in Springfield. So that's all I got. Back to you, KA0SPM.
All right, well, thank you for checking in tonight, Steve. And I did get Linda out of Exeter, but first I'm going to move up and see if Bob has got his tone set up and ready to go here now. KE0WEU, I think. Bob, go ahead. Well, I'm not hearing Bob, so may have lost him. But Whiskey Delta Zero, FTM, Linda out of Exeter. Go ahead. What do you have for the net tonight?
Good evening, everybody. This is Whiskey Delta Zero, Fox Tango Mike, Linda from Exeter. I'm at the YL for KB0U, and just checking in to say hi to everyone, and thanks for letting us check in.
Well, very much appreciate your check-in. Don't be a stranger. Check in every week on Tuesday nights. You're absolutely more than welcome. We very much appreciate them. Did you have anything further for the net tonight?
Not really. Just looking forward to some cooler temperatures.
Yeah, that comes just a very close second to rain is what I'm looking forward to. Cooler temperatures and rain, those would be wonderful things to have, that's for sure. All right, well, we're getting really close to breaking the record tonight, so let's see if we can't get at least a couple more check-ins. This is AE0OC. Please call now. All right, I'm going to make one final call because I'd really like to get a couple more check-ins. This is AE0OC. Do I have any further check-ins for the OARS net?
Juliet Papa, Henry in Greenfield, just checking in and hopefully get you closer to your record.
All right, I missed the very first part of your call there. If you can go one more time with that.
November 0, Hotel Juliet Papa.
All right, Henry. Met you at the SMARC meeting not too long ago. It's good to have you there, and it's good to hear you on tonight. Um, do you have anything for the net tonight, and what have you been up to?
Well, I ain't got too much. I just wish this daggum weather would cool down. We're driving around all day, and the car's saying it's 106 degrees outside, so it's getting a little warm while I was up in town.
Yeah, it's hot. That's all there is to it. It's beyond hot, really. But I've heard all kinds of things about the drought we're in, how long it's been since it's been this dry, and what have you. But it's just hot. That's no question about it. But appreciate you checking in tonight. And do I have any further check-ins for the OARS net? I do kind of think that it's either one more or two more breaks the record. One more ties or breaks. I don't remember. Well, I guess that's probably going to be about it. I'm going to say one more time. If I have any further check-ins for the OARS net, this is AE0OC.
Wes, if I check in again, would that count?
Well, I guess not, probably. But if we do count Christopher, who checked in by the live stream because he wasn't able to get to his radio, that would put us at 13 total, including myself, which I think ties what Zach did last week. So if not, we're really close one way or the other. So we did really good tonight. We had a great net. I very much appreciate everybody who did check in, and I hope to see all of you next week on the OARS net. So this is AE0OC. I'm going to return the repeater back to normal traffic.
All right, Wes, thanks a lot there. And if anybody that can, we'll catch you on 144-250 here at 8 o'clock here. Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike.
Thank you, Bob, and I'll catch you later. AE0OC.